Hi, this is Chris over at Ace Waterproofing and Basement Solutions. I was looking for Michelle.
Hi.
Hi, I think I was over there one time with Brian when we were kind of figuring out how to get your project done. So I did meet you that one day, but I haven't really been involved with the rest of everything. But I'm the general manager over here, and so I just wanted to kind of, I guess, give you a call real quick and kind of chat through some things.
I just got the letter that says January 28th, Melissa Miller paid out the $6,600 of my veteran trust fund for the emergency housing repair. Now, that was not supposed to be paid out or requested until the job was done. And
We didn't request anything.
Done. It is not
Well,
done.
Okay. Well, I mean, all I know is they had requested from us just documentation of what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we sent all that in,
Mm-hmm.
but there wasn't we didn't request payment or anything. They did send us payment, but
Okay.
I mean, they basically just said, hey, we need to see all of the things that you've done step by step. And so we provided that to them, and then they sent us the check. So, and I'm looking at all of the notes here, and I just want to kind of, walk through this a little bit because I know you haven't had a pleasant experience, and so I want to make sure that we can close the store here.
Okay. I called the city inspector the other day, and I said, hey, what about the pictures? Hey, you said there's pictures. And he says, well, you have to contact Ace for those. Because I said, how did you inspect the outside of the house? Weren't you supposed to inspect it, after they built it? Oh, yeah, I did inspect it through pictures. No, that's not how you do an inspection. Pictures
And I
can
don't think
be
that's
edited.
I don't think that's accurate because we have the inspector there a few different times, and we have those. I'd have to get those dates, but we had the inspector there on a few different occasions during the
Really?
process of the project. Correct.
So the inspector missed a whole see-through section of wall? Where,
I'm not sure what the see-through section of the wall is.
well, when I went out and looked, there was a whole 2 blocks at the top of the wall where you could see daylight right through from the inside of the house to the outside. And you guys had to come back and fill that in. So was the inspector here before that or after? Because I don't think
He would have been there. The inspector would have been there before we backfilled, so he would have had to inspect to make sure that we did the damp proofing as per code. And then he would have probably been there to do a final inspection. So I don't know if he would have seen the tuck pointing that needed to be finished on the upper blocks.
Probably did.
But I mean, I think that in my notes here, it looks like we did come back, do tuck pointing. We did fill some cavities for you and did some insulation as well.
Because, why? Because you could see daylight through the wall.
Okay. At that point, were you told that the job was 100% complete?
No, I was told in front of the inspector by whoever was here, all ganging up on me is how I feel now, that you were going to replace a window to make it easier for me to use because I can't open this one.
Okay.
And
well,
so far I've
that's
been
a different
ignored.
situation, which we can chat about that situation as well.
And the
from what I
the entire wall leaks. I took lots of pictures after it rained the end of January. And I'm like, what the hell? The entire wall is leaking.
Well, so...
And whoever I told said, oh, well, I'm going out of town. I'm going to have a nice vacation for the weekend. I'll deal with it when I get back on Monday, but it'll all be dry by then, so I don't know what I can actually do. And I don't know who that was, but, that's what they said.
Well, I'm sorry that was what was told. Anytime that we do a wall rebuild, there is, by code, we have to damp-proof the outside. That's not a waterproofing membrane. A waterproofing membrane would be something that we would do in conjunction with any sort of wall rebuild. That would be, obviously an additional cost. It looks like
actually, here's the thing. If you would have looked at Iowa code and at building codes,
I have it pulled up in front of me.
Okay. It says if there is poor drainage or clay soil, then you must use waterproofing to build the wall. Okay, I don't know the exact code, but it's there. And I'm not even going to argue with you, because I noticed a day ago or 2 days ago, you posted that you have 100% money back guarantee, and I think we should just go with that. Because to be told in my own house that we're not supposed to talk to you, you can deal with Adam, and then Adam never calls me. No, I'm not going to be disrespected in my house. And the only time I yelled was when the guy filled in around the window after I told him, please don't fill in around the window because it's getting out and we're replacing it. So don't put more sealant around the window. It'll just make a bigger mess. And what does he do? Ignored me and did it anyway. And then the other guy came in and said, well, I told him to do it. Well, after I asked you not to because you said you were going to replace it? No, I yelled. I said, get out of my house. And I yelled at him. I said, what the hell are you doing? Because he ignored me. And when you ignore me in my own house and disrespect me and tell me you were told to disrespect me and ignore me, that's not right. And that's why I yelled. And to be told that I'm disrespectful, no, I was not. I yelled at the worker because I didn't want him to continue doing what he wasn't supposed to be doing.
I understand. I understand that you had made some requests. I have all the notes here from, I mean, pretty much have kind of talked to everybody. I mean, I'll be transparent with you. Obviously, we talked to our legal counsel on this to just trying to figure out, like, you know, everything. They've already talked to the city inspectors. Everything that we have done.
The city inspector is corrupt. Okay? They are mostly all corrupt. And that's been proven.
Well, I can't speak for that. I can just say that.
The city inspector said he was only here one time, not several times.
I believe he was there twice, pre-fill, pre-backfill, and then final inspection, if my notes are correct.
Okay. Well,
so, but here's where we're at. Our money back guarantee is only good for waterproofing projects. We guarantee that if you buy a waterproofing project from us, that your basement will not leak. It doesn't.
That's not what the thing says. That's not what the
Okay, well, that is definitely that is in that portion of anybody that gets a contract that has the money back guarantee on there. It is specifically for waterproofing.
Well, then you guys need to get out here and dig up the whole wall again and get it sealed, because it was not sealed even, or water would not have came through.
Well, looking at I'm trying to be very upfront and honest with you. Brian, originally when he was there, he did offer you an additional waterproofing, which you did not opt for. You turned down the waterproofing side.
Change order dated December 11th. ACE will add 19 feet off additional wall rebuild, and 2 new basement windows, an additional $10,934 to original contract. We need to cancel that.
That was to add on to the original project.
We're going to cancel that because I was disrespected and I do not wish to continue, especially seeing the crappy job that was done. And if with that little bit of rain, the wall leaks everywhere, that's not right.
I agree that it should not be leaking like that, but I'm not witness to any of those things.
Okay.
What I know
is
that
come and witness it, because I need somebody in charge.
Michelle, here's what we've been told. Okay. Our legal counsel has contacted the city. Mm-hmm. We've done everything to code. You currently still owe us money for what we've already done, but I'm willing to just write all of that off. We did not go behind your back and request any money from anyone. The city or the Veterans Department asked us to submit to them what we have done for you. They sent us a check.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to ask for any more money. We were told by the city if we wanted to put a mechanics lien on your property, we could. I don't want to do any of that. You have already not had a great experience. I'm not trying to make this experience any worse for you. All I'm trying to do is at this point, I understand we've got guys here that, were yelled at, don't want to come back to your property.
I don't want them back.
The city has said we are not.
Not allowed
the city
back.
said we are under no obligation
Really?
to give you any upgraded window,
What?
which we were willing to do.
So, are you going to or not?
Everything that we have installed has been to code.
Yeah, but the window doesn't work. I would like you to come and see it.
According to everybody that we've talked to, including our legal counsel and the city, everything has been done to building code.
The city guy did not unlock and lock the window. And if he did, he is a lot stronger than me. But he just stood there and turned the dial a couple times. He didn't lock it or try to seal it or try to unlock it, or he would have seen it didn't work. And the screen never does go in. It doesn't at the top. It doesn't fit.
Again,
why?
I can't
Because
speak
the
to
window
that.
is in crooked.
Okay. Again, according to the city, who
don't
signed
care
off
what the
on all of
city
our
said.
permits. Okay. Well, here's where we're at. Is we're going to pay to have your air conditioner hooked back up and moved back into the place where it was disconnected from. But at that point, I'm not requesting that your balance be paid in any way. We're going to just write off that this project is 100% complete on our end. If you feel otherwise,
because the whole wall leaks. I need my money back so I can pay somebody to fix it.
Michelle, you were offered waterproofing at an additional cost, and you turned
Nobody
that down.
told me what that was. I assumed you would make sure the wall didn't leak if it was brand new.
We can't guarantee that walls will not leak without a waterproofing system.
You didn't
All we can
put
do is
the
build
mortar.
it to code.
You didn't put the mortar between the blocks. You couldn't have. Because when the blocks went into the corner, the brand new blocks, there was dirt outside the blocks. How the hell did they put mortar between those blocks to seal that wall if there was dirt in the way? They couldn't have. They just shoved the block in there and said, oh, good enough. Because there was dirt. They didn't dig outside to seal that wall or secure the blocks.
I don't want
have
to get into a
pictures, and I
discussion
want
about
your
how masonry
pictures.
works, but when we stack
You know
blocks,
damn well how it works when you build a wall. If you didn't, you wouldn't be
I know
working
exactly how it works. I'm saying I'm not
Okay.
going to get into a big discussion with you about it
Wow.
because you believe you know more than we do.
No,
and
I
I'm
don't
saying
know
that,
more. I know that I watched my wall leak, and we only had a tiny bit of rain.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying is we can't guarantee that your wall won't leak unless you get a waterproofing system.
No, that's bullshit. It shouldn't leak anyway.
We did everything to code.
Really?
We were signed off on by the city. I'm sorry that you feel that way. But the city is saying that we
all
did.
the pictures the city said that you turned into them.
We didn't turn any pictures in because he was there on site. We didn't send the city any pictures.
Really? You sure about
Yes,
that?
I'm 100% sure on that.
So
We
the
did
city
not send
inspector
any
did not
pictures
get
to
any
the city.
pictures.
We did not send any pictures to the city.
Okay, because the city inspector, Nick, said you sent him pictures, so he didn't have to be here.
Well, we did not send any pictures.
So how did he get the pictures? He says that I need to ask
I
you
couldn't
about.
tell you unless he took them while he was on site there.
He didn't. He said you sent him pictures.
We did not.
Okay.
I have all of the notes of everything that has happened on
Could
your...
I please have
again,
those?
I'm sorry?
Could I have a copy of everything, please?
Of my I'll tell you what. I've turned everything into our attorney. I'll ask the attorney if they want to provide all that information to you. If they do, that's fine.
I would appreciate it because this isn't right. And I extremely feel like I was discriminated against. As a woman, I was treated like shit.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
And you knew you could get away with it because it had that free grant money there.
Michelle, that is not the case at all.
That's
I was
bullshit.
there when another contractor came in and left you with a hole in your wall for Thanksgiving. We came in at a significant discount to help you get that hole filled in and get that part of your foundation rebuilt. We came in with all good intentions to take care of you. If you're not satisfied with the work that we have done, I can't give you anything more than what we already have. what I can do is I can say, don't pay us any more money. You're not happy with what we've done. I'm not going to ask for any more money. But if you're not happy with the end result that we have done to code, I can't fix that with you. I can say that I know personally I did not discriminate against you in any way. If somebody else did, I would like documentation of that, because that person will be held accountable. Our company thrives on the fact that we try to help our homeowners out the best that we can. This project from the get was discounted $4,800. There's still a balance of $4,561 left on it that I'm going to just forego. So you feel like you've been taken advantage of. At the end of the day, I'm not saying that we've been taken advantage of, but we're definitely not making any money on this project. We actually cost us more money on this project. And as a company, that's not good for the people that count on us for us to help feed their families. The guys that were there working on the jobs.
Feed your families, yeah. Like I don't have to feed my family. Everybody has to feed their damn families. Don't act like that towards me.
And
that's bullshit.
I'm saying, well, you're saying you felt like you got discriminated against and taken advantage of.
What?
We're doing a lot of this work for free for you.
No, you're not doing it for free.
When it comes down to the end with the cost of all the materials,
$6,600 plus $2,750 to put up a very, very, very minimal section of wall that all leaks because you didn't do the job worth of shit doesn't account for shit.
If you say so.
Now, if you actually
I'm not
did
going to
it
argue
to where
with you
it
about
didn't
your
leak,
perception,
and you did it correctly, then maybe you would have a point. But you
according
don't.
to building code, everything was done
Building
to
code, yeah.
building code.
I would like to see that building code you went by.
Well, it's the ICC, which is the International Code Council Building Code,
Okay.
which is which is the standard by which every state follows building code. Iowa has got even a stricter building code, which of course we did follow Iowa building code as well, which I can most certainly send you all of the excerpts from the ICC building code.
I would like to know which parts you used.
Okay. I can most certainly send you all of that.
Because
but what I'm telling you is,
by the code that uses uninhabitable space or habitable space?
Of course it was habitable space.
Okay.
We don't generally deal with any buildings that are uninhabitable.
Habitable space says it must be dry.
What it says is that when we rebuild a wall, we must apply a waterproof membrane to the outside, which we do. Does not guarantee waterproofing. We have to install any sort of drainage that was originally there, which if there was original drainage there, we would have done anything with that. And that's what building code states that we have to do anytime that we do a wall rebuild. We do these a lot. And so people that get wall rebuilds are always offered waterproofing, because there is a propensity that as we're putting new mortar in and we're putting new block in, that the wall could leak.
No, I was not told that it would leak if I didn't get waterproofing, because I assumed when you build a new wall, it won't leak.
That's not how concrete works.
Well, it's how the rest of the wall works. It doesn't leak.
Well, when you're replacing a section of wall to a section of wall that has been there 50 plus years, you're rolling the dice on potentially getting water in. That's why we offer the waterproofing system, which I have the documentation here that Brian did provide you, a quote for waterproofing, which you turned down.
I did not know I would turn down anything.
Okay, well, I have all of the quotes that Brian provided for you.
The whole floor inside the house. That doesn't mean outside the house where the wall actually leaks.
Okay.
That's a whole different thing. And I was not told that they wouldn't seal the outside of the wall.
Okay, well, that was all done to code, and I can most certainly send you that. But again, at the end of the day, after all parties have reviewed this, we've done everything to code. We've done everything you contracted us to do. We did not get paid in full, and I'm not asking for you to pay in full. What I'm saying is, at this point, we're just going to go our separate ways. I don't think anything I can do at this point will make you happy. And so
building the wall where it leaks and filling in the mortar that's missing outside because when you tapped down the ground with whatever big-ass machine you used, it shook my whole house, and probably, if you did put mortar between the blocks, it probably knocked it all loose.
Well, code states that every 2 feet we have to tamp down that dirt to prevent any sort of major settlement of that dirt.
You're not supposed to do it next to the window well, and you did.
We are supposed to do it next to the window well. That's egress code.
Says.
Egress code, every 2 feet where you excavate has to be tamped down. Every 2 feet.
You also filled in the hole where all the little animals, the rabbits, live under the shed. You filled that in. Now they can't get out.
I don't know anything about that.
No, you don't, because you weren't here. So you can't really be speaking for anyone.
I can speak for that. I've talked with our legal counsel.
No one showed up.
Our legal counsel has talked with the city. We've done everything that you contracted us to do. We have not been paid in full.
I did not ask for that window. I did not pay for that window. I paid for a window that matches the rest of my windows in my house, which common sense would have been put a window in that's easy to open. And you didn't. The window, the crank handle hits the wood. Did you see it? Because nobody seems to care that it doesn't open easily. And it's supposed to.
Well, like I said, I have the information from our legal counsel who spoke with the City of Davenport, and everything that we did was to code.
Well, it's not to code, so congratulations. Thank you. Now, when is the air conditioner going to be put back?
Well, I think that phone call is, as soon as you and I get off the phone, I will make that phone call and figure out what their schedule looks like to get that back and reinstalled for you.
That would be great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think the window needs to be replaced because I was lied to and told that it would be replaced.
Well, according to the city, we are
not under no obligation to replace that. It doesn't matter what the city said. It's what your men said right to my face. I was lied to. Do you know who you spoke with?
Do you know who you spoke to?
Well, he said his name was Adam.
Okay. Well, Adam is the owner. I'll talk with Adam and find out if that was something that was agreed upon. And if that was something that was agreed upon. He stood right in front of
the inspector and says, I want to make sure you're happy. I'm going to get this window replaced.
Okay. Well, let me check into that because I don't know anything about that. I know that we were going to. You yelled at a couple of the guys.
No, I yelled at the guys before that. Before it was agreed that it would be replaced and after it was agreed, I yelled at him before he had when he sealed in the wall or the window. After we agreed to replace it, he went ahead and sealed it anyway, which was disrespectful. When I told him, I asked him not to seal it. I said, there's no reason to seal that because it's going to be replaced soon. So what you do is squirts a bunch of shit all around the wall and the window, and it was a mess. It wasn't done neatly. And I said, what the hell are you doing? It's getting replaced. Why waste your time? And all the expense. You know, the materials. That stuff isn't cheap. He didn't have to do that.
Okay.
So, no, I didn't yell at anyone. I was very polite to people until, I was disrespected. And things were done that shouldn't have been done. And I asked him to stop. And he ignored me. And I said, you need to go. So.
Well, it doesn't sound like we're going to find any common ground here. So at the end of the day, let me check on the window thing. But like I said, we're just going to close this project, and we don't ask you for any more money or anything like that. And I will check on the window thing. Okay, that's fine. I can get that out to you. Is there anything else?
No. Not at this time.
All right. I will check on those few things.
I'm absolutely shocked. And it took me posting on your Facebook page before you even would call me back. So that's not even right. I had to go to social media just to get an answer.
Okay.
It's not okay. Because everybody said they would call me back and ignored me. Like I was a big problem. I was not a problem. You put up a wall that leaks and advertise that you don't let moisture ruin your big investment. I'd say $8,000, over $8,000. $10,000 I've paid. And it leaks.
You were offered a waterproofing solution, and you did not opt for that.
Waterproofing is part of code. Shit. And if you don't know that, it's pretty sad.
Waterproofing is not part of code.
Okay. That's really sad. Oh, I see you deleted my messages or posts.
I don't have any control over that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You don't want people to see the truth.
Michelle, if people wanted to see the truth, then we would post all of the things that we have done. Also with the confirmation from the city that we did everything to code. We would post that. Another contractor walked off of the job.
Money back guarantee, because it doesn't say just for waterproofing. It says money back guarantee.
If you read the whole post, there are only specific projects that qualifies for that we're 100% confident.
Yeah, it says introducing waterproofing and basement solutions money back guarantee. We stand by our work and our satisfaction is our priority. We're proud to launch our money back guarantee program. Peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Confidence in quality service. Solid guarantee. It doesn't say anything about just one thing.
It also says, here's what it means for you. It goes through the peace of mind, knowing your home is protected, start the year off right. If you go into the link that says acewbs.com, our MBG promise, it then goes into the details.
You should put only for waterproofing in your ad. That's bait and switch. That's not right. You're basically advertising that everything is money back guarantee. And it's not.
Okay.
It's not okay. I mean,
if you click that link, it goes right to our website, and it tells you the scope of guarantee. It's one click to understand what the scope of the guarantee is. Nowhere on there does it say every project comes with a money back guarantee. But we are the only company that offers a money back guarantee when it comes to our full perimeter waterproofing systems, because we know that they are solid and they don't ever break. So I will get you out a letter of completion to let you know that we're not going to ask for any more money. I will get you the building code that we follow, and then I will check on your window.
Check on the window and the air conditioner.
The air conditioner is my next phone call. That's right. I'm looking at the number right now.
That needs to be in the written letter also.
Sure. I will have that out to you by the end of today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.